Hey guys, PsyStarcraft here, and I hope you all enjoyed the Idra versus QXE and the Idra versus Kiwikaki series, because I am back to my own games now, and this is going to be another game against iEchoic. You've seen a couple against him already, and the reason you're seeing a lot against him is because he's a really solid Terran player, and also he is on my team, Team VZR, Visionary, I think. I should really know that, but we've been playing a lot of practice games together. We get in, 10 or 15 games a day, maybe on a good day. Maybe 5 or 10 on average, so a very fun practice partner. And because we play so many games, there are so many awesome games I want to show you guys, and this is just one of them. Now keep in mind, this is going to be my last commentary for a while, because I am moving out tomorrow and I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get internet, so I will get this up tonight, as well as maybe 1 or 2 of Zai's missions, and then I'll be MIA for a while, so just letting you guys know. So yeah, and I am actually moving to another house, and it's going to be in Oregon. It's not anywhere too far from here. I'm going to be living with 3 other guys, so it's going to be quite the sausage fest, and one of them even likes to cook sausage every freaking day, so there's going to be at least 3 other sausages in the house, so it's going to be kind of weird, and hopefully only the ones in the kitchen will be the ones being eaten. Okay, that got a little too vulgar. Any hoozle. We've got a Rax. Let's get that production tab up here. We've got a Rax. We're not seeing a gas. Oh, engineering bay block. Always awesome. Now, Terran players, I know sometimes you have to cut SCVs or change your build order up slightly to do this kind of engineering bay block of the expansion, but it is so worth it. It's just so annoying as a Zerg player. Notice I'm sending out 3 drones. I'm going to try to kill that SCV. I don't want it to get too much building, and now I just have to pick away at this engineering bay, and I don't get to expand. I'm forced to throw it on my spawning pool, when I just love 15 hatching. Like, a lot of people 14 hatch, but I feel pretty safe 15 hatching. I feel more economic when I'm doing it. So yeah, plus I kind of know his playstyle, and he's a little more passive than usual than a lot of Terrans. He's not a huge fan of Hellions, but he might change that, I don't know. So there goes my hatchery. Notice I was not getting a gas because I wanted enough minerals to throw it on that hatchery once I killed that engineering bay, and now I am throwing that gas down. And this drone is like, I can't scout up there, dude. It's blocked off. And he's sending out his Marine. Gonna kill this drone. Run, drone. Oh. Doing the attack move. Ooh, nice Marine control right there. Almost missed it, but attack move lets you kill that drone. And I'm like, what? I could have sworn my drone was gonna live. So I was a bit disappointed by that. Disappointed. My first 100 gas, I'll most likely get Ling speed. This game was played about a week ago, but it's a really good game. And here we are seeing some aggression already. 3 SCVs and 3 Marines. If we look at the units tab, I only have 6 Zerglings and 1 Queen, but he's going to have to get down to bunker if he wants to do anything with this attack. And losing these 3 SCVs for nothing is not good. He might pick off this Overlord. 6 Lings, go Lings, save the Overlord! Oh no! One thing that did let my Lings do is get a nice round on his Marines, though. He probably should have pulled them back a little bit, maybe even tried to run since he doesn't have, or since I don't have Ling speed, but he did kill an Overlord, forced me to pump a few more Lings than I wanted. I think I ended up getting 7 total. And let's see, if we look at his Harvesters, yeah, maybe not worth it, but we are trying a lot of new things. He's trying a lot of few Marine, few SCVs, early aggression, and I'm just, doing standard Zerg reactionary play, so maybe not the best choice right there, but, it's a practice game. That's what they're for. Mule is being dropped. Orbital command is complete. There goes my Ling speed with that first 100 gas. And now I am droning up, baby. I am staying outside of this wall. And I can't drone up too hard because we are in very close positions. These positions are much closer than, let's say, a cross position or something like that. So I do want to keep my Lings out here to be aware of any kind of attack he'll throw at me. And I also want to, keep an okay number of Lings based on how many Marines I see here. So I see that he has, 8 Marines here, and I've only got 4 Lings. We might see me throw down some more Lings here, although I am pretty greedy. I like my drones. We're seeing a factory and a Roach Warren from myself, a factory from iEchoic. And when I go lair, if I get a Spire, I like to throw down 2 more extractors, so I'll have 3 extractors by the time my lair comes up. But if I go Roach Warren, I'll oftentimes just get 1 other extractor, just because roaches are a 3-to-1 ratio, minerals to gas, as opposed to mutas being 1-to-1 ratio. So you don't need the gas as much. Although if you do only get 2 geysers, you might have to cut a couple of roaches to get the roach speed right away. Another factory, and we are seeing a starport as well. So no expansion yet from iEchoic. He is running off those 2 geysers, continuing to pump SCVs. What am I getting? 2 roaches and 12 lings. That layer is almost done. Yeah, I saw the heavy number of Marines when I poked up with my lings, so I'm frantically trying to pump out some more. Hopefully the roaches will get out in time as well and stand in the front and try to tank some hits for me. Any roach speed? There's the roach speed. Hells yeah. Yeah, not too many roaches right now just because I had to save a little bit of gas for that roach speed. And I should deal this okay. Get in a decent round. The Hellion goes down, and that's big right there because the Hellion is going to do so much damage to these Zerglings. And looks like I will kill most of the Marines. Need to run this roach, micro it a tidbit. And, you know, this few number of Marines, even though I don't really have any units, is just fine. I mean, Queens are great. Drones can do it if they need to. And, of course, Zerg can just pump out so many units at once. He should just get out of here. Yeah, get out of here, Marines. I think he was trying to weaken down, or wear down that Queen, but not going to happen. Roach speed halfway done. Now pumping some more drones. When your opponent attacks you and that attack fails, that is your cue to just start pumping drones, man. Pump drones, expand, or counterattack. One of the 3. Don't just play it safe and get a couple more units and a couple more drones. Play deliberately and, you know, get those drones. It's just, you just have to understand the timings. And what are we seeing here? Nothing too different. Roach Warren still up. A lot of Zerg players will get the lair just for the roach speed. Idra's a big fan of that lately, especially against Protoss players who fast expand. Oh, we're seeing a Nidus network, so this is what this Overlord's for. We're going to be Nidusing this end right here, and notice this Overlord can see these mineral patches, and you can click on these patches and see if they're being mined from. Oh, what do we got here? Do I see this? Oh, I don't know if I saw those dropships or not. Usually you want to keep some Overlords on the outskirts of your base or your enemy's base. Did I see them? Oh no, I didn't. But anyway, yeah, you can see anyone who's mining by looking at the mineral patch count. What do we got in here? We got some Marines and a Marauder, it looks like. Yeah, we got about 13 Marines, or 11 Marines or so, and a Marauder. Going to be picking off a lot of drones. Anything coming from the front? No, but I am forced to pull my lings and my roaches back. I don't have any anti-air at the moment, though. These roaches aren't going to do the trick either. That Marauder is actually doing a lot of damage to these roaches. Forced to pull my drones back. Nidus Network not doing anything for now. And I'm frantically pumping more roaches. 5 more roaches. Here comes some lings. Here comes some roaches. And that roach is in the Nidus Network. He's like, dude, I don't want any of this. I'm going to get the heck out of there. Losing so many drones, down to 31 to 27. So bad when you have an expansion and you were droning so hard. So I wouldn't attribute this loss right here in this little area to me droning too hard. I would attribute it to something like not having an Overlord in position or not consolidating my force before I attacked his medevac, something like that, or before I attacked his force. But I am okay. 32 to 27. He does not have an expansion yet. He's about to land that expansion. And I've got this Nidus play set up. I was kind of hoping he would expand here so I could deny that. But he is taking the more exposed expansion. Didn't want to take the time to bust the rocks. And here comes the Nidus network. He is now sending his force outside to his expansion. Have I seen that? Doesn't look like I've seen that, but I am spreading creep pretty well, so that's pretty cool. I'd like to get another line of creep going out this way, but that didn't happen this game. Here comes the Nidus Worm, funneling units out, and pause for just one moment. If you're going to go for a crazy all-in Nidus attack like this, by the way, nice contaminate on the reactor buildings, you always want to go for like either factories with tech labs or barracks with reactors. It's always best. If you're going to be funneling units into a Nidus, always set the rally point to that Nidus. And notice my hotkey is 8. You want to always hotkey that Nidus as well. So as I pump units, they're going to go to the Nidus. And periodically, I'm going to press A and then D and unload units here. So that's what's going to happen this game, is a Nidus in his base, contaminating that. And is he going to try to defend this? That is a lot of roaches. Holy cow. Need to unload those roaches as well. Looks like I'm going to attack this force front on tons of SCVs, but I don't have any Banelings. SCV is so good at soaking up damage against really any units but Banelings and Fungal Growth. And I'm continuing to funnel units in. Is attack going to get cleaned up? Yes, it looks like it is going to get cleaned up. Didn't do too much damage. Maybe stop production a little bit and dwindle down his number. But, you know, Nidus is something you want to really hurt their economy. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I forgot he sent in all those SCVs, so I actually did a substantial amount of damage. 15 to 34, so very cool. He might have been able to hold that without the SCVs. He has a lot of infantry left over, and you know, those medevacs are so good at healing, so maybe could have done well without the SCVs. Hard to tell. Now I am rallying units to this expansion while his other units are in his base. Might pick off a couple SCVs, maybe some mules. He was about to lift off and go to my base, but he's going to have to stop, drop, and roll, and roll my forces, I guess. And this is going to let me know that he was trying a drop, so I'm going to be ready for that. And notice how on the western side of the map, I have positioned my overlords a little better. And we got a sneaky overseer. What's he going to be doing? iEchoic is pushing out. If we look at the unit stat, 42 zerglings and 6 roaches. Where are all those zerglings? There's a lot of those zerglings. And I still have a lot in the Nidus network as well. Against just 13 marines, 6 marauders, and 6 medevacs, which is actually a sizable force if he can get to like a wall or stim micro. Very good stim micro. Finally getting us around. He should probably pick these units up. I think I just have a little too much. No, he did make mincemeat of my lings, and we can just do some more kiting of these roaches. No concussive shells right now, so can't kite quite as well as you'd like to. And this is why I want to have the creep out here, because my roaches will be a lot more effective. 30% move speed bonus. Oh, and meanwhile, we are seeing another Nidus network. Oh yes, 8 more lings. We've got 17 roaches, 25 lings against a very small MMM army. So I think this should end the game. Again, I'm saying that for suspense sake because I do know it happens. So I'm funneling into his base, killing a lot of SCVs. He's not reacting. No, he is reacting, but he's going the opposite direction. He's going south for a counterattack. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I have the forces. Now, in this situation, when you have a base race, it's really, okay, make sure your buildings don't die, and then make sure when, you know, you kill your opponent's base that you can kill your opponent's army. And I felt in this position, okay, I have more roaches and lings than he has, you know, power right here. So once I kill his base, I'll just go kill his army, rebuild, and win. That was what I wanted to do. I'm running my drones. Looks like I will lose a lot of them. I'm actually funneling them into my Nidus network. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Taking out his base. He doesn't lift off his over command in time, but he gets a couple buildings in the air. So I'm going to need to rebuild something that can attack those buildings because his base is gone. He's barely mining from his expansion. He's killing my base. Now at this point, it might not have been a bad idea after crippling so much to just either run down here, kill this force, force him to lift off, or go back into the Nidus and just, you know, stick my men right here, keep my lair up in my production buildings, my tech buildings, and just kill this force because I can do that. It's not that big of a force, but very heads up play by iEchoic, killing that Nidus network before anything else. And now this is a critical moment in the game. I'm looking at something, and I want you guys to like just stop and just look at the screen right now. Not necessarily the units, but just every piece of information you have here, and try to figure out why this is bad for me. Now obviously my army's bigger, and you might be saying, well, it's bad for you because you can't kill these medevacs, so you can just keep on killing units and lifting up. No, that's bad, but it's not that bad. I've just got such a big force that wouldn't really work for him. The reason this is so shitty for me is because I only have 180 minerals, and I have absolutely, well, there's a nice little battle zone right here if you haven't seen that. Absolutely no hatchery to mine from. Nowhere to return money, even though I've got 27 drones. So that means I cannot produce any more units. And that means this little building or this little building or this big building can float into outer space. Into outer space and just float there forever and never die. He knows I've been revealed. He probably expects like that I can't build another hatchery because otherwise I would have done it by now, and it would have told him that I'm no longer being revealed. So it's basically a draw right now. It's either a draw or he floats around for a while and tries to pick off these buildings. I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. This is still being powered essentially by this creep tumor. So he has to kill 5 buildings, but I do have queens. So look at the units tab. I have 3 queens, which can very slowly wear down all these medevacs. And here as well, killing 1 marine, 2 marines. He has to 3 marines maybe. He has to be so perfect on his micro that, you know, he might as well try it, because no matter what happens, he can always float these buildings away and not lose. But, you know, you don't want to lose units, of course. Killing an extractor, only 3 buildings left for me. Eventually, I'm going to have to split up my forces, use one as a hunting party and the other as a defensive party, continuing to spread these creep tumors. Even if he were to scan with this overall command up here and kill my creep tumors, I have 3 queens. I can lay down creep over the entire map. So these queens are going to be fast in the area that matters to protect these 3 buildings. So this could turn into a long, drawn-out game. He's going to end up... Oh, nice. Ling killing that mule up there. He's going to end up flying around, trying to get some pot shots, kill my buildings. Of course, they do regenerate. And I'm basically just going to protect my buildings and prevent him from landing and expanding anywhere. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Ling here, Overlord here. I'm just scouting out every single base. So a very interesting turn here. And of course, he does see this because I have been revealed. Not able to build a Banshee. Very close. He needs a little bit of supply and 10 more gas to build that Banshee. He's going to run up and try to protect his command center, which was forced to lift. Even took 260 damage from this lane. Dropping off, but I'm going to skitter away. Oh, get down, creep dealer. No. So in a ladder game, this might be drawn out a lot. But I think we both understand the situation at this point. I cannot win. And there's basically a penis's chance in a lesbian bar of him winning. That was the worst. Yeah. So, oh, he can't reach this Nidus network, but it won't really matter. There we go. Dropping that Marauder off, and I'm like, yeah, let's take out these buildings. Don't lift off. Let me win the game. What are you doing, iEchoic? Lift off, you fool. You fool. Oh my gosh, is he gonna let these burn? He only has 3 buildings left. Oh, the starport is burning. He could always throw down a mule and repair that, but that's kind of a big mistake when you only have 3 buildings and you're gonna let one burn down like that. And see, I'm just spreading creep like a madman. And at this point, I'm like, all right, he's not gonna risk it. He's not gonna get this command center killed. Maybe if he made a huge blunder, or if I made a huge blunder, one of us could win. There goes that Marine. But you know, I propose. Would you like a draw? Would you like a draw? I've got 3 buildings. These guys are protecting these buildings, and you know, spawning pools, 1,000 life, and he only has 5 Marines and 1 Marauder. Not really gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Again, trying to land there. I have that Zergling there. He notices that Zergling is there, and while he could throw down a mule, try to mine, it's not really gonna do much. You know, eventually, you know, theoretically, if he played perfectly with like trickery, putting some Marines and some dropships and others, and picking off Lings one by one. It could have gone in his side, in his favor, but we agreed on a draw. So big mistake funneling all my units out there. I could have just kept a lot of them in here after doing some damage and just won the game. But you know, that's how you learn, and this was a very exciting game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, my last commentary for a while. I am moving out, some internet, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. I love you all. Where's my squirt bottle? Shit! It's my last one for a while, and I don't even have the square bottle. I'll be right back. Hold on. Ah. Oh, cat just took a shit. It smells so bad out there. Alright, guys. See you in a while. Oh. Yeah, that feels so good. Oh, shit. Keyboard. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.